What's up, Collider fans? Warner Brothers won't release a cut of Justice League that never existed in the first place. Stay tuned.
It never existed.
This is quite the Pulitzer-winning scoop here from the Wall Street Journal. Did some actual digging to basically, they say, listen, even if there was a Snyder cut, so to speak, it was like a cut that was just so early. It's basically just the scenes that he shot. You know, there's no, like, all the timing is off.
No effects are done.
Yeah, exactly.
There's scenes missing because he didn't shoot, because he's pulled off for a tragedy, and also that Warner Brothers was unhappy. And so there were missing scenes, and then half the script was rewritten and half the movie was reshot. Right. Half the movie was reshot with Whedon. More than half, perhaps. I don't know.
And he'd already planned.
Come on, let me hear you say it just once. Come on.
But it doesn't exist.
But it doesn't.
No! No, the other thing. Come on, I know it's just dangling out the tip of your tongue. Let me hear it just once, please.
He didn't get a chance to do it.
Wrong!
I know enough of what's going on behind the scenes to know that, guys, there's no Snyder cut. It's impossible to put together.
Why can't fans be smarter? I'm a Zack Snyder fan.
I don't know. I would encourage a little bit of research. I would encourage, go. I don't know. Look around.
Yeah, no, okay. What else is there to say? I'm a Zack Snyder fan.
I wish years later we would get a Superman 2 a la Richard Donner cut. Remember we got that? There was a little bit of the same deal here, but he shot an entire movie. It doesn't exist.
Exactly.
As we say.
There you go.
It just doesn't exist. So thanks to the Wall Street
fans,
Journal.
do you give up now? Do you wave the white flag now that the Wall Street Journal has done its research and looked into this for you?
Never compromise. Not even in the face of Armageddon. It's always been the difference between us.
I'm a Zack Snyder fan.
And now we're here. And now here to join me is a very special guest that's been here since the beginning. Long time fan of the Snyder Cut. Long time supporter of the channel. The good old Totally Random here. How's it going, man?
I'm good.
Welcome to the Snyder Cut. It is here. All right.
2 months away.
What are your thoughts?
It's on my birthday, which is so funny. It comes out on my birthday. That was the ironic, or not the. It was just funny how it was like on the posters, like it says March 18th, and I was like, oh shit, that's my birthday. It's so funny. It's coming out on my birthday.
Yeah, and it's 10 days short of my birthday as well. It's best birthday present you could possibly get right here.
Yeah.
4 hours of Justice League. But hell yeah, man. Of course, me and Totally Random were making videos about this shit in 2017, before everybody jumped on the train. I mean, I hate to point that out for everybody. But,
Facts.
If it wasn't for people like us, you might not get this. But, let's let the facts be damned. Okay, but anyway, yeah, I was very excited to see the actual release date here. And the posters were nice. But still, like, to actually have a concrete date, to know it's 4 hours long, and to know I'm going to have that day off of work, that day off of everything, not leaving the house that day. It's just great. It's just great stuff. Welcome everybody to the chat. Anthony, welcome. A watcher from Canada, give us a couple bucks here. Thanks, watcher. I don't know what a super sticker is. I don't know what the stuff means. I don't know what Canadian dollars means. And yes, yeah, totally random. And Kal-El is in the building. Kal-El is another person that's been watching since the beginning. Him and Watcher been around here for a long time. So it's a very cathartic moment, man. Very cathartic moment. Like, we went so many ups and downs, never thinking it was happening, thinking it's happening one day. That video I showed at the beginning, people like that saying it doesn't exist, even though we had people saying that he shot everything he wanted to shoot, and they just had to finish special effects or something like that. They just had to finish a little bit. And of course, we find out the additional photography was only 4 minutes. So yeah, it was only like 1% that needed to get done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always almost there. And it's just great that they actually spent $70 million to go finish it, right? It's just wild. It's wild. So what are your thoughts on that? Were you surprised that they went $70 million into the Snyder Cut, right? Were you surprised they did that much for this?
Yeah, I was surprised, to be honest. I thought it would be like 5 million or 10 million, maybe, or 25 million max.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I don't know exactly how much they had to. I guess it was the visual effects mainly, because I know Zack Snyder likes it to be perfect. So I'm guessing that. I don't know what else. Maybe marketing. I don't know how much they spent on marketing.
Right, it doesn't seem like a lot right now. Posters and a trailer. They say there's supposed to be a new trailer dropping next week. At least that's what the comic marks are saying. I don't know. Probably there's got to be at least one more trailer, but still, it's great stuff. It's great stuff. That 70 million number, first of all, makes me think that this is like, this ain't the end. Like they're building something. Like, I don't know what it is, but like $70 million. Like,
I hope they're building something.
It might be building something there. It might have something to do with that Flash movie. I think it all ties into that, really. I think that it's all going to like lead right into that Flash movie, and that Flash movie is going to reset everything. But still, let's go back in time here. Let's take a look back at the events that led us to this moment. Obviously, we all saw it at theaters that first day, right? And did you notice something was wrong with that mustache?
I just knew that first scene. Yeah, everybody. I mean, if you watch Zack Snyder, that first scene, you're like, yeah, this is not Zack Snyder at all. This is Joss Whedon, 100% right there.
Yeah, it's a river. It's a car keys. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the Superman I was expecting to see.
Yeah, I was expecting to see the BVS grizzled one. I was expecting. You know what I was looking forward to going into that movie that was never in it was the cyborg like creation, like his death, like him getting exploded and then him getting put back together and stuff. I was looking forward to that. Like, of course we're getting that. Of course, like it's gonna happen in this movie, and then nothing happened. Like, God damn it! God damn it. Yeah. And I distinctly remember at the end of the credits, I'll never forget this. Somebody literally in the row, like 5 rows ahead of me, at the end of the credits, stood up and said, "Where's Darkseid?" Like, I'll never forget it. Like, I was, oh my God. That was another big thing I was looking forward to that never happened. But yeah.
When I was watching, when I watched it, it wasn't even that packed in my theater. So I was like, yeah, that shows the hype for this movie right now.
Right.
But I mean, it was, I don't know. I just remember I was like, wow, this is not a Zack Snyder movie. I remember reading the critics review or what critics were saying, like before they gave out the review. They're like, oh, this is a Zack Snyder movie, but it's got little Joss Whedon stuff here and there in it. And I was like, that was a Joss Whedon movie. Or like they just put Zack Snyder shots here and there. It's not even a Zack Snyder movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, 100%. And I still don't know how they got away with it too, because like when you look at the movie, it's like less than half the movie Zack Snyder. Like
Okay.
alternate shots, mostly Whedon, and he's still labeled the director of the movie, which doesn't make any sense at all. Like, I don't know how they got away with it. Like, but
It was like 50% over. I think it was like I don't know how much the exact detail or number, but it felt like it was over 50% was Whedon's reshoots.
Mhm.
Or he took Zach's or scenes that Zach shot and just like put it in other places. Like the shot of Wonder Woman and Aquaman. There's that one scene at the end. It was supposed to be in like the sewer scene or somewhere there. They took it and put it at the end just for that shot, and it was like that. I feel like there were a lot of shots like that here and there in the movie that they did.
Kal-El was confused as fuck during the whole so bad. It's historical, possibly one of the biggest fiascos in modern cinema. It's up there. It's up there. Right? We've had a few. Go look up Apocalypse Now, the Heart of Darkness documentary. That movie was a fucking disaster, and it still came out brilliant. I don't know how they did it, but yeah, dude, incredible. So the movie comes out. We all recognize it's trash. And I remember leading up to the movie, I remember getting worried. I don't know about you, but remember like when they announced Danny Elfman to be the composer?
I was like,
yeah.
what?
That's exactly my feelings. And I remember getting shit for it. I don't know about you, but like I remember like saying like this is not good. And everyone's like, oh, it's Justice League. You gotta believe it's gonna be good. And Film Junkie was all like, "Oh, don't worry, guys, it's gonna be great." I'm like,
I remember hearing Danny Elfman's score for the second Avengers movie, and I thought, I don't know what you thought, but I thought it was trash. I thought, and all his other scores up to that point, like I thought were trash. So I wasn't expecting anything great. I thought he was just gonna, kind of with the dude who composed the first Wonder Woman movie, where he just took Hans Zimmer's thing and just like ran off of it. So I thought that's what Danny Elfman was going to do. He's just going to run off what Hans Zimmer made, but he just like completely was like, nah, I'm going to shove that shit down the toilet, and I'm going to use some shit themes here and there, and everyone's going to love it.
Mm-hmm. And they did not. They did not. There's not just one Batman theme. There is not just one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Asthmatics in the building. What's up, man? What's up, Miguel? He liked Justice League at first. I remember too, like that first day, like I was just like trying to convince myself, like, oh, there's something good about it, man. It's just like,
I remember watching my review. I think I gave it was a crap review, but I remember I was like, this didn't feel like a Zack Snyder movie. This was just it wasn't what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Chris Wong Swenson though. I remember watching his review, and he was like, he liked it, and I was kind of like, why are you liking this? This is not even like, you can feel it's not a Zack Snyder movie. I don't know why you liked it.
Yeah. I remember. Swanson, and then Junkie. He made the review, and then the next day he's like, you know what? I totally changed my mind. He was one way about it, and then the next day he's like, no.
I feel like people wanted to like it, but it's like, I can't like this. This is just not fundamentally. This is not a good movie. No matter, even though I'm a hardcore DCEU fan, I just can't like this movie.
Yeah, it was just fluff, really. That's all. It was like a fucking, MCU light film, like at the lightest settings, really. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then what happened after all that fiasco went down? I remember the first signs of the Snyder Cut was Kieran Hines. Do you remember Kieran Hines when he said, "That's not the movie I worked hard on"? You know what I'm saying? That was the first sign. That was like the same week the movie came out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember that vividly. Yeah.
I remember that. That's like that's always been my like quote. I always forget that quote, but I always try to when I was defending, like saying there's another cut. I would always try to remember that quote and tell other people. I'd be like, there is this dude who worked on the movie said it. Like one of the main actors said, there's another cut out there that he worked hard on. It's out there. It's not some myth.
Yeah, you remember those dark days when you're just trying to convince people that they had a different cut. That like people didn't even believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, such a long climb. Such a long climb.
Remember the millions of videos you make just being like, dude, it's there. It's there. Just we gotta keep this momentum, keep pushing for it, you know. Even after 2 years later, it was like, oh, I'm giving up. No, keep going. It's there. You just gotta keep going.
Yeah, I know. The 2 years of that. I remember the petition was like the first signs that there was people that actually wanted to see it, right?
Yeah.
Like, but before then, we were just guys that were like, oh, "There's got to be a different cut," you know what I'm saying? Like, and then the petition really helped drive the fan base forward there because everybody realized, hey, there's a bunch of people that want it. So like, Warner Bros. Was like, all right, let's not give it to them for 4 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what Warner Bros. Did. But we were like the first, like, you know, within the first 100 people to sign that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were there day one. I remember helping the dude make it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I told him to go to change.org and I proofread his thing for him. But he turned out to be just a money grabbing son of a bitch. Like,
I heard some stuff about him yet too.
Yeah, he just to grab some money from fans, which, you know, people take advantage of all the time. Even the bigger names, but I wanted to show some of the video here. I gotta look it up here. I should have this stuff pretty ready to go. But you know, where is it? You talk a little bit while I'm looking at this. Where is it? But yeah, what was it? What was after the petition? You remember what happened after the petition?
Man, I don't remember which was after. I remember the website was started, but I don't remember. I feel like that was a couple of months after, like, then back in 2018, I think they started that website. But I just remember, I remember Syrian Hines and the petition. Then I think I feel like all the bloggers and people started posting stuff about it, and that kept going for a while. I remember I don't know if it was Film Junkie. I think it was Film Junkie. He was saying, like, his source, he started making this video saying, like, his source was telling him about what was happening. Like, I can't remember. I don't remember off the top of my head what he was saying, but I just remember he started saying stuff about there is another cut, and then, like, other people started saying this and that. And then I remember the website got started, but I don't remember the order of what happened exactly.
Yeah, it was all very, like, you know, around the first few months there. But then you started following Zack Snyder on Vero, right?
Yeah.
And then he starts dropping November 9th, 2017, dude. November 9th, that's almost 10 days before the movie comes out. He starts posting behind the scenes images of the movie. Almost promoting it, but then he starts showing stuff that's not in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was always a debate between me and, like, the comic movie marks. Like, did Zack Snyder plan this out since, like, 2017? Like, did he have an idea of putting this movie out there like this? And this is a video I put of all those Vero posts from, like, 2017 to, what was it, 2019 actually. So, you know, that's a nice little backdrop as we talk here. But still, already, like, it was always a clear sign that this movie was a thing.
Yeah.
And then remember that thumb cut?
Yeah, I remember that.
I swear to God, to this day, I still think it means a Snyder cut. Like, I still think it means, like, he was being a little cheeky. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, oh yeah, it's there. Dude, March 18th, unshot of Aquaman there. Bunch of stuff that wasn't in the movie, right? And what was I gonna say here? That's look at that Black Flair shirt. That's a scene we haven't seen. That's another thing that surprises me about people that say it's going to be the same movie, right? Like the people that say this is going to be the same movie. Like, we only saw, like, about 40 minutes of what Zack Snyder had in that Justice League movie from 2017. Like 40 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to see, like, 3 hours of new shit. It's like a completely new thing. It blows my mind. Finally get to see Justice League. Finally get to see all these scenes. And me and you, I don't know about you, but on my channel, I noticed when I was talking about the Snyder Cut, that's all people really wanted to hear, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't really want to hear anything else. They don't even want to hear if you have an alternate take of a situation. You know what I'm saying? They just want to hear their own thoughts regurgitated, and that's a problem we had for the longest time. I mean, at this point, I really don't care. I just want to see the movie. It's always been about the movie for me. People like to virtue signal and make it about a bunch of different shit, but for me personally, it's always been about watching this movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's what I've been fighting for this whole time.
Yeah, same. I was just like, I mean, I don't, like you said, with all of virtue signaling, I didn't care about that stuff. I just wanted to see the movie for what it was with like Darkseid, Steppenwolf. I just remember the ending of, in BVS, the Ultimate Edition, when you see, or I can remember if it was in the theatrical or Ultimate, which one, but when you see Steppenwolf in the mother boxes, and then you see all the teasing for Aquaman and the Flash and everything, you're just like sitting on your seat and you're just like, oh shit, it's about to happen. This is for Justice League, and you're just going crazy and you're so hyped at that moment for Justice League. That's what I'm feeling. That's why I was like, I want to see that. I want to see what we were supposed to get at the end of that movie.
I mean, I remember in the theater when Green Lantern popped up in the history lesson scene. I was like, a Green Lantern, and the rain flying off into space. But dude, hopefully we get a modern day Green Lantern. I don't believe no bullshit that there's no modern day Green Lantern. Everybody go fuck themselves. There's gotta be a Green Lantern in the movie at some point. If you're gonna have Martian Manhunter and Cyborg in the fucking movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have Green Lantern at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop fucking around with me, Zack Snyder. And this King dude, this is another scene we didn't see. A completely new shot of a scene we didn't see. Crazy how much we're gonna get in this movie. Yes, 5 years later, we're gonna see the continuation of BVS. I think that's the most exciting part too, because I just watched BVS last night for the first time in a long time, probably like 3 months or something like that. But yeah, man, I remember just the movie ending, and I'm like, oh my god, we're finally gonna see the next part. Like, it was dawning on me, like, oh my god, like I'm finally gonna see what the fuck the next part is. This Superman scene, we're gonna see that. It's a storyboard, and remember what Zack Snyder always said: he shoots all storyboards. So if he was putting out storyboards, that means they had that scene done, or at least somewhat done. Yeah, probably needs to finish some special effects. That rooftop scene, I don't know what that was about. Those fucking rooftops, dude.
I remember seeing that car or whatever. I remember thinking, "Oh wow, that looks like one of those Hot Wheel cars that you buy."
Oh yeah. Do you remember when that they showed that scene, the continuation of that scene, and it drives off into like Central City and stuff like that? And I'm like, wow, like why would they cut that out? You know what I'm saying? It's like an extra 2 seconds, and it just didn't make any goddamn sense. Yeah. What's your thoughts? Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern. I think he's all right.
Yeah, I think he's good, but I mean, I don't know if what's going on with Green Lantern exactly, but
yeah, I don't know what's going on either. Is he in this movie? I don't know. Oh yeah, my opinion on the rumor. I think it would make perfect sense. He says it would make no sense. I think it would make perfect sense. Because we have multiverses, man. Yeah. So that means you can make him look like a completely different, like Green Lantern, and he comes in, but you got the same actor. But they probably didn't do that. I don't know. There's a lot of secrets of the movie. Yeah. I don't know if you know this. We still don't know what really is in the movie besides maybe a handful of things, right?
Yeah.
Very exciting stuff. Like, we don't even know what Darkseid, like what his lines are going to be. Darkseid's going to have some lines.
Yeah.
Like,
that's going to be so epic just to hear him speak.
I know. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, man. Yeah, man, very, very cathartic time. Very exciting time. I forgot how long this video is. Let's see. All these storyboards. And this is another scene we were seeing that they actually shot. We all actually shot the actual footage of the scene of Lois Lane coming out of the coffee shop and stuff like that. But that was always a lot of fun to get all these storyboards from Zack Snyder and stuff like that. It was always a lot of fun to see this stuff. I'm dude, me and you. all of us were like making our conspiracy theories like every week.
Yeah.
Every time he would drop something, we would be like, "Oh, this means something. It has to mean something. Like, why is he dropping it?" It's kind of interesting to look back because maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just like, "Here's a little tease of my movie. Here's a little something of something that was never going to get done." And then at some point, like, there was enough of a fan cry that they were like, this is an actual thing. If he could just keep up the marketing, right? He can actually get this movie. And I think that obviously when that first shirt came out, the Joseph Campbell one, it was here somewhere. No, this one. When he dropped this shirt right here, when he dropped that, that's when you knew something was up. Like, what I'm saying? That's when you knew it was going to happen. Yeah. And that was what year was this? What fucking day was this? It was like,
it's like also long ago now.
It's not. It doesn't have a date on it. I believe it was 2018, maybe 19.
Yeah, it was 18. I just remember all the videos people talking about what each thing means and like pretty guessing what everything, like how it all added up together. What was what Zack Snyder was trying to tell us?
Oh yeah, man. And we still don't really know. Like, this is like his whole arc, or is this just Justice League? Because the movie's 4 hours long, so like you could fit all this in fucking Justice League. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it might have just been for one goddamn movie. We don't know. Let's skip ahead here. The horse. That's another. We're gonna see more shots of Bruce on a horseback. Look at this. This was so long ago. He put out this cyborg crying, and look at those special effects. They don't look that bad. You know what I'm saying? They look pretty close.
I always never wanted to truthfully say like I don't think the visuals in this stuff look great, but they don't look bad. But I wish they would be more like could be better. That's what I always would say in the back of my mind. But I don't want to be negative and say they don't look as good as they could be.
Yeah, and that was always a thing. You could never be negative about anything. People are really uptight. Really uptight when you say anything and go against them.
No, I remember the trailer that they released for the most recent trailer. I don't remember if I criticized it or not, but I said I don't think the visuals look quite finished yet in it, but I'm assuming Zach's that's what he's doing right now. He's gonna perfect all those visuals and make them like spot on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because that was already pretty close. When you look at that cyborg, that was already like almost there. Yeah, and like we were all thinking that he was going to get 30 million. Even Zack Snyder was saying like, "Oh, just give me like 30 million." And I could finish it. And then they're like, we'll give you way more than that, which is like, I was saying like, so whatever they saw that he presented to them earlier in 2020, like they were like, they just gave him all the money in the world. It's tough to believe that they're just going to bury it. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to believe they're just going to spend $70 million just to like sweep it under the rug. Like that's not how this shit works. If they wanted to sweep it under the rug, they would just gave it like 10 million and they would have been like, all right, get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's 70 million.
No, and it's coming out March 18th. I mean, it just has like 2 weeks before Godzilla and Kong. So it has like a buffer. It has like, an area where it can be viewed. I don't know if you saw the Wonder Woman numbers. Did you see like it got like what was it? Like 14 million views or something like that in 2 days on HBO Max?
Yeah, that sounds accurate. I don't know. I just
that's the bar. That's the bar.
I wanted to do way better than Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like if it could do half of what Wonder Woman did, like that might be enough. Like that might be enough. But if it surpassed it, let's say it got 20 million views in like a couple days, then all of a sudden your plans change for all these future DC movies. All of a sudden that Flash movie gets a lot different. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's still they got to shoot the Flash movie in April. So like they still got a little time. It's really close. Like they're releasing the Snyder Cut in March and then April they're going to shoot Flash. So it's like, it's really close. But they only need a couple days to find out like how many views it got. Like, I don't know. Anything's possible. Anything's possible at this point. Snyder Cut was never going to happen, they said. And, it's happening.
Yeah.
What's your most hyped scene that you're hyped for to see in this movie?
Oh man, I guess Dark Side. Just see not the beginning scene, but the the final scene we get to see of him in the movie, like how he is present day, dark side on
With the armor.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yes, with everything on Apocalypse, the planet with the parademons and his Goonies next to him, like a shot of that. That's like what I'm most hyped for.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a shot of him right there.
Yeah,
that was one of the earliest shots that Zack Snyder ever showed of him. I remember that drop. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, what? They literally put Steppenwolf, copy and pasted him over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they literally did.
I was like, wow, they really this is definitely not the same movie that we got in theaters.
Yeah, completely different. But yeah, my most hyped scene. What was that question right there? My most hyped scene was of Victor Stone's dad dying, because I always imagined that was going to be in the movie. But they showed that in the trailer, so like, God damn it, you spoiled that for me. Like, so I gotta think of another scene.
That's the other thing. In the trailer, I was like, God, don't show me too much. Don't show me everything. You know, just give me a tidbit, but don't show everything.
Yeah. But I think I might agree with Miguel here. The history lesson scene, this scene that we're looking at right here in this black and white photo, that's probably what I'm hyped about, because from the earliest records that we know of, Ares is supposed to have some lines. Like, he's in the credits of the movie. And Robin Wright's character, she's supposed to have lines. They're supposed to talk to a fucking Green Lantern, the history lesson Green Lantern. They're supposed to. There's gonna be lines. Like, the King of Atlantis is gonna talk. Like, I can't even imagine that, because when you watch the original Justice League, the butchered Justice League, it's just a little flat. It's just a little cut together scene, and you don't really get much. But just to know there's going to be a full, like, little story arc within that scene gets me really excited. Like, it's its own little movie in a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get like a half-hour backstory of this whole scene of this whole thing.
Yeah, that's
kind of like
crazy. Yeah,
it's kind of like Man of Steel when the first 20 minutes of the movie is just all on Krypton. It'd be like this, 30 minutes, or maybe even like, I would take an hour. I don't care. I'd take an hour of just seeing the whole beginning part of this with Darkseid and his young self.
All right, it's very, very exciting here. Welcome, Classy. 8 million views for Justice League. I mean, I think that's the minimum. That's the minimum. If anybody is serious about like wanting more Snyder style movies, like, that's the minimum. You got to get that. Like, if they don't even do that, you get like 4 million, there's no way they're like doing anything more with it. But still, what does it say here? Hyped for Batman to get his manhood back. I don't know exactly what that means.
I don't know either.
But it sounds funny. I remember that scene in the Justice League where he's like, "Oh, something's bleeding. Something's bleeding here."
My God. That's a Whedon line.
Dude, that would be so funny if Zack Snyder kept that in.
Just give a middle finger to Joss Whedon by putting that in there.
Yeah. But apparently, if you're, you might be unaware, but Ben Affleck came back for the additional 4 minutes. He was there for that 4 minutes that Zack Snyder shot. So like, and apparently whatever they did in that 4 minutes made the movie R-rated. I don't know what the fuck they did. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't BVS the Ultimate Edition rated R for violence?
Yeah,
that's probably what's gonna be. I don't know. Maybe the scene's just really gruesome with like the Joker or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because they did some history lesson stuff with Jared Leto as well.
Yeah. So
like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh gosh, so good. I don't not like you. So good. Oh my god, so good.
Those one-liners.
Dude, we'll never have to watch that movie. How many times did you watch that Justice League since? Dude, I think once. I think once.
It's been like, it's been at least like 2 years since I've seen it. I wasn't watching it when I was on the airplane one time. The guy next to me was watching it, and that was like, I think that was back in 2018. I think, or 29, early 2018, 19. Then That was the last time I saw anything of it. I haven't watched that shit since. I don't plan to watch it again.
Yeah, me neither. Never again. I even I went online and I bought like a dope like Justice League Steelbook because I plan on putting the Snyder Cut disc in it. You know what I'm saying? Like get rid of the other one. That's what I plan on doing here. But I wanted a cool case. I need a cool case for my Snyder Cut. I know the physical copy, they haven't announced the release date for that. Still waiting on that. I really want that. Yeah.
That's physical copies are, I don't know, as much as I love streaming stuff, I like the physical copy in my hand. I was just like looking at the back of the movie and just reading through the credits and everything and just reading the plot and then just looking at it. Mm-hmm. I do that all the time when I was younger.
Oh yeah, dude, with video games, I would open the video game, read the manual. You know what I'm saying? Back when they had manuals, like they don't have that shit anymore.
Just read it like 1,000 times though.
Yeah. Oh, here's that dark side shot that Zack Snyder finished in the trailer. You actually see this shot finished in the trailer. But that's what it did look like in his like. So everybody was like the special effects. Oh, like it's unwatchable. That's what people said about his cut. Like it was watchable. You know what I'm saying? Like you could understand what the fuck was going on, and now he polished it. Yeah, but you
remember in I forgot who is it that director or actor who had that. There was that lady on his talk show or whatever. They were talking about the Snyder Cut, and then he said he was interviewing that one lady who watched both cuts or whatever. She got to watch I guess when they were screening the original one. She said the original was much better.
Yeah,
I forgot who was that. Who was the guy who did it though? It was at
a Kevin Smith podcast.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. That was it. Yeah. That happened like after Justice League came out. I remember that.
I remember that too. I have a Kevin Smith video where he's talking about the 3 Justice League films on this channel somewhere. Everyone go find that. It's on there somewhere. Everything's buried on my fucking channel underneath like hundreds of fucking Snyder videos.
It's got like a whole section just for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I know. I gotta update it. Classy said Twitter, Justice League. Hold on, we don't need this screen anymore. We don't need that screen anymore. 65. I don't know how many times we'll see it in 1-2 weeks before Godzilla. Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get some numbers there. Now a weekly series, full 4-hour movie. You know, what was your thoughts when they announced it as a full movie? Because I think that actually helps it to some extent. Because if it was just a series, then people might lose interest after the first episode. I mean, that's a hard reality for people to face. But like, if the first episode's not good, who's going to watch the rest of the series? You got to do it all in one shot. And I'm sure they're going to have numbers as to like how long people are watching, like your YouTube videos. You could see how long people are watching the videos. Yeah. They're going to have something like that for the Snyder Cut as well. So that's another way they can measure if people are loving it, you know, because I'm saying like if the attach rate is really good and it has like 10 million views, like there's your sequel, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not going to waste any time on that. But, you know, everything's up in there. You know, DC, they can make Warner Bros. They could change their plans on a dime. That's what people don't, you know, really get. You
get worried, though, that they don't really have a plan still.
Right? They don't got they have no plan. Their plan is make Flash a movie. You know, not even a good movie, just a movie because it's been like 6 years.
Who's the director?
There's some guy. Just
I remember like they've had like 3 different. Is it still the guy who directed it?
I think it is actually.
Okay. And that Moose, I can't pronounce his last. The Argentinian dude.
Yeah. But they've gone through like tons of writers. I remember at one point the guys from Game Night were set to write it and direct it.
I was fine with them directing it. I remember watching Game Night. I was like, oh, that's actually a pretty decent movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of good, interesting camera work too. I was like, all right, they might be able to do something with Flash here.
Yeah.
But we gotta. You want to watch the Jody video of him?
Jody. Is it? Who is it? Forgot the channel who made like all the compilations of Jody being like stupid.
I made one compilation.
Oh yeah,
I can find it.
Those are hilarious of him like saying like being a hypocrite, like saying, "Oh, the DCU's crap," but then he's like, "I love you, Henry. I love you. I love you. You guys are amazing."
I love you, Gal
Like
Gadot.
you were just cheating on them, and then like 2 days later, you're like, oh man, it was amazing.
Here, let's react to this. Let's react to a classic video from that lantern guy. I wonder whatever happened to that lantern guy. Whatever happened to him. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I messed up already. Restart here. I forgot to put on the sound, of course. Cool. I could type in Jody hyped and it automatically gets me the video. All right, hold on. Restart. Well, I know. We're guerrilla YouTubing, guys.
It's click and find the video and then get it up.
Share audio. Click. All right. All right, good. Yeah, I always have to make sure I recheck the share audio thing. Right, here we go. Here we go. Classic video here.
I mean, there is this. I have this. I don't know if this is helpful. See that?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. And you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Fuck.
Woo! YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner.
What do you do to his hair and that?
Here, what a day it is.
You just let it go, man. Just let it go.
Gal Gadot's birthday. Happy birthday, Gal Gadot. This is for you. Just announced that the Snyder Cut is coming. Rest in peace, Snyder Cut. Rest in peace, Snyder Cut.
Think I effed up, y'all.
In huge news with Wonder Woman comes the absolute destruction of the Snyder Cut movement, bruh. Just announced the Snyder Cut is coming. Now, let me tell you something right now. I have a lot of things to lay out in this video.
Think I effed up.
Warner Brothers has lashed out and finally attacked and laid to rest and put to blunder how they feel about the Snyder Cut, bruh. So he announced it right there to the world live. Zack Snyder's Justice League, only on HBO Max, coming in 2021.
Think I effed up.
They put in the Harley Quinn show.
Now remember, he's doing this because an animated show like made a little joke about the Snyder Cut, so he made a whole video talking about how it's over. Like, it's hysterical.
An actual nerd, dweeb, ignorant, idiotic, foolish, and you know what? I'm happy for those people.
I'm happy for those people.
Conspiracy theorist, crazed fan that just lashes out and is angry at the world. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is.
Oh my God.
It's gonna zoom in, I think. There it is.
The Lord of the Rings music.
I'm pretty sure it's a bad film. You know, that's
pretty sure.
BDS is a bad film.
But that 30 minutes make this movie way better. I can't even lie. I give this movie a B-.
A B-.
Yes. Warner Brothers painted this man as an ignoramus. And many people from Saudi Arabia, a lot of people from the Middle East with names, acts like he knows what he's talking about, makes him look foolish.
Ben Affleck is Batman. Oh, nigga, yeah, I like it.
But the reality of the situation that is actually at hand is he doesn't know jack shit. Names. They are having fun with this shit like an ignorant, crazy, fat. Thank you for the cookie. That's all I wanted.
He's calling people fat.
Think I'm back, baby. Yeah. I'm back up in this beast. What's happening?
Mean, ignorant people from Dayton, Ohio, and
What's
shit.
it got against Dayton, Ohio?
Getting better and better. That the Snyder Cut is coming. Warner Brothers playing chess out here, bro. Warner Brothers is out here playing chess, not checkers.
Oh.
It'll be in 2021. The actual week.
He's so sad.
He's so
Woo! That is a wrap. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this murder on screen, which confirms a lot of things that I've been saying. The Snyder Cut as it exists is
Bro,
not
he's so
complete.
depressed in
It's
this.
not finished.
No,
It's not
you can
really a
tell,
cut.
it just doesn't matter.
So
It's not
any
even-
media guys who get
he's
the
still
Snyder
saying
Cut,
it's not even
please,
finished.
give me millions of dollars to finish shooting the film.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We got him.
we got him.
Baghdad. All right. Classic.
I sometimes wonder, does he realize like how stupid he sounds? Like 1 second he's saying something else, and then a couple months later he's saying, "Oh, I hated it," but then even though I said I loved it, then it's like, what's your actual opinion?
Yeah, he's just going with how he feels in every given moment. Like he's not thinking about what the fuck he said.
And didn't they reject the Snyder Cut shirts?
Yeah, they did. They made money off people with that and everything. Jesus. Reject the Snyder Cut. As if at that point you could change it, right? Like, like it was already in motion. They were already giving him the money. Like it was fucking.
I thought
crazy.
he would jump on the Snyder Cut hype train at that point. He'd be like, "Oh, I was always for it. I love Zack Snyder. I thought he would have done that at least."
Yeah, I know.
I still gotta give him props for at least sticking to, he was being negative about it throughout. He's remained negative even after it was announced.
To this day.
He didn't change from that point on.
I would love to see his reaction to the movie. I would love to watch him watch the movie and him just be mad the whole time.
He had one of those forced anger faces, like he hates it, but on the inside he's just like, "Dude, this is amazing."
Yeah. I mean, just the action alone, dude. Just the action alone is gonna make the movie so much fun. The music's gonna be great. Oh, I can't wait to hear the Junkie score too. That's another thing, dude. That's another thing we thought we were never gonna get was the Junkie score. We didn't even think it was done. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
that's
awesome.
another thing. Why did they even try and use Junkie's score in the movie, even when he had already finished it? They still wanted to use Danny Elfman's garbage
because they were completely gonna alter the movie. From the ground up, they want any remnants of BVS, any remnants. But to this day, Man of Steel and BVS are like the most cohesive films out of the DC universe. They literally go back to back. Like no other DC films like that, really. Maybe Aquaman a little bit with the Snyder Cut. Maybe that's going to be it a little bit because
that's what I was thinking too.
Because I mean they don't really do much in that film. He just mentioned Steppenwolf, which is like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm surprised he wouldn't mention Darkseid. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe at that point, Aquaman, they weren't sure if they were going to release the cut Zack's version, so they were probably just trying to play it safe at that point.
Oh, dude, when that movie was coming out, they were like 100% committed to burying the Snyder Cut. Remember, that was 2018. Like, so they were like trying to move past it. They were trying to forget about it. And nobody let them forget about it. Nobody let them. 4-hour score. I mean, the movie's 4 hours. That's how long the soundtrack's gonna be, guys. So that's another thing. When the soundtrack comes out, like on iTunes and stuff, it's not gonna be like the full thing. It's just gonna be like, like probably like an hour, 20 minutes of soundtrack, like every other movie, really. Can't wait to hear Darkseid's voice. I know, right? We get little teases of it. Ray Porter gives us little teases of it.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Oh, After Effects. Oh, God.
So I just don't want to get my expectations up too much and then get disappointed.
I know. I mean, like that's always been a major because we've been hyping it up in our heads for like since 2016, really. Like since BBS came out, and
Dude, I remember I was so hyped for Justice League after BVS.
I mean, that's why, keep your expectations in check. I know for a fact some things are going to be in the movie, so that's what I'm expecting, right? Like I'm expecting Cyborg to get in the accident. Like we're going to see him get in the accident. We're going to see his mom die. We're going to see his dad die. These are things we can't expect. We're going to see Darkseid, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see Ares, so, keep those expectations, there, you know what I'm saying? But don't keep building shit up that's not in the movie. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people do. They just like this shit that's not in the movie. Like, but A lot of people are like so punchable with Jodie. Okay. Oh god, that's funny though.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. What else do you want to talk about here? What else do you want to mention here? What any closing thoughts on the Zack Snyder Justice League?
I'm just curious if they have plans after this, because everyone's like, I haven't been paying much attention to, like, since the Snyder Cut got announced. I haven't been paying much attention to it, but I'm hearing stuff from other people like, oh, they're thinking about a part 2, or they're thinking about continuing it or something, this and that. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Have you heard if that's going to happen, like stuff like that?
The way the comic movie marks talk about it, dude, it really feels like it's like they're trying to see how well it does, and if it does do great, like they're totally fine with like doing more. You know what I'm saying? Or tying it into Flash, or like continuing in some way. Are we getting Green Lantern? You're getting a history lesson Green Lantern, and you should be getting a modern day Green Lantern. I will stand by that. You should be getting a modern day Green Lantern at some point. No one's telling me otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Like even Eric Garza, who said Ryan Reynolds was going to be in the movie, that turned out to be bullshit. He's still adamant that there is a Green Lantern at some point. So like, you can take that with what you will. He's been right. He's been wrong. Yeah, man. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, sequels. It's all about those numbers, man. If it just does well, they will reconsider everything. You know what I'm saying? They already spent $70 million. That's another thing. Like I talked to people on various spectrums of this whole thing. People that absolutely hate the Snyder Cut fandom, which I can identify with. A lot of people in the fandom are quite shit. Like it's not like a beautiful fandom with a bunch of amazing people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shitheads out there. I'm one of them to some extent.
I know you say something bad or negative or even truthful, they go after you.
Yeah, man. Like in a heartbeat. It doesn't matter what the fuck you did for like years. So I get that. But those people I talk to that like don't like the Snyder Cut movie, they totally aren't seeing the fact that Warner Brothers has invested $70 million into this. Like, it's not just some like flippant like, oh, let's just get it out there. You know what I'm saying? It's $70 million. They shot the Joker for less. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole other movie's worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know like why they would stop there.
I mean, use the budget like that you use for other movies for like 4 minutes to add 4 minutes and visuals for a 4-hour movie.
Yeah,
it's got to mean something.
It's got to mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it beats. And a lot of people say that people like Walter Hamada, all the hopes, they're embarrassed. They don't want this to come out. You know what I'm saying? But like, they're executives. Like, they just want to make money. Like,
Walter Hamada wasn't even part of the whole train wreck. He wasn't even part of Warner Bros. Or DC then. So it's like, it's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not at all. He wasn't even fucking there yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they are just businessmen. Yeah. Like, right? So like, if they see it's getting a lot of traction, they see it blows up, it becomes like this huge internet sensation. In a heartbeat, they'll make more. It's not even a fucking question. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if there's money to be made, they're gonna freaking make more.
Yeah, that's why they're doing this to begin with. They saw that there was money to be made because of the hashtag event that on November 19th, right? So like, that's what it's down to.
And then all the like Jason Momoa, Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck, all of them were like posting and on Instagram and Twitter, about it. So when you got them spreading the word, Gal Gadot and like Henry Cavill have got like huge followings, and Jason Momoa. So
millions.
They're spreading the word around. That means people are going to hear about it.
Yeah, I'm sure like when it's coming out, like the week it comes out, they will be talking about it that week and stuff like that, supporting it. I don't know if Ray Fisher's going to be do press junkets. I don't know about that. I do not know about that.
I've kept my mouth. I've not even like bought. I've like stayed away from the Ray Fisher stuff because I was like, I don't even want to. I'm like, I don't know if I want to get in that field because people are telling me so many stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's real and what's like fake, so I don't know.
Right? You never know. You never know. He is a professionally trained actor. That's why I try to tell you. Like, he could make anybody look bad. Like it's tough. But still, like, if the Snyder Cut does blow up and become a big thing, do they put Ray Fisher back in the Flash? Like, does he have a pull with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I think they should. I mean, I mean, expect him to if it's good because he's the heart of the movie. He's supposed to be the heart of the movie, so
yeah.
I'm assuming they would have to.
I imagine he's going to start the movie. Like Cyborg, we're going to see Cyborg playing football. Like, that's going to be the opening scene of the movie, right? You're going to see him play football, and then he's going to be driving home with his mom, and then boom, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Car crash. Horrible thing happens. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I thought we were going to see, like, I thought it'd be like Amy Adams in the opening with her dreaming whatever happened to Clark.
That could be too. I mean, there's so many different openings you could do. You imagine if they did it like BVS. I mean, Man of Steel and BVS, how they opened with the end of last movie.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool. Like they opened with the Doomsday fight. Like in the trailer, Hallelujah trailer, you see Superman doing like Doomsday's arms. Like that could be the opening of the movie right there. Yeah. What was this? The opening scene is Superman dying. It's in Doomsday's arms. That's what I'm thinking too here. But from Lois's point of view, that's what he said. From Lois.
That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen from Lois' point of view.
I mean, again, that's what I obviously watched the movie yesterday, and dude, that's some great shit. That's some great shit when Superman dies right there. Just the imagery of like the Trinity, you know what I'm saying? And Superman's dead body. It's just like it's like a painting on the screen. It's crazy how good it was. Yeah. I remember BBS went through a lot of changes too. That movie was like, I don't know if you know this, but like the reshoots on that movie jumped the budget up on that movie a lot.
Yeah. They had to isn't it because they
put Doomsday?
The script got leaked out or something. I mean, I don't know what's true and whatnot, but they said that the script got leaked out, and then that's when like Marvel they did the Civil War, and then Zack and them decided, all right, we're just gonna bring Doomsday in, make it bigger, like go big or go home. At that point,
there you go. Go home. Right, because the original villain was Metallo, right?
Yeah,
so
Metallo.
And somebody probably thought Doomsday was a better idea. I don't know who came up with that idea. I don't know. It could be some guy with a ball cap. I don't know who came up with the idea to add Doomsday to the movie. Who knows?
Technically, it's not the actual Doomsday. That's what Zack said.
Yeah, it's technically General Zod, right? It's him. Like so, and he remembers Superman. That's why he's like targeting Superman right there. I like that details. I like the details. With like looking at a statue and he remembers. Doomsday's remembering.
Man, I never even thought of that. That's the first time I'm hearing that.
It's been years.
I'm just thinking like, oh, he sees a statue and he's like, I'm the bigger guy. I'm gonna knock you down right now. That's literally what I was thinking.
Yeah, he's just like that bitch Superman. He killed me.
I thought he's like, I recognize this guy. I need to kill him.
But yeah, man, when you think about how all this happened with the reaction that BVS got, and that's why they changed Justice League and stuff. I always think about the neck snap in Man of Steel because I personally love that moment. Like, I think it's like something I've never really seen before. It was Superman, but like that's when people like started to turn against the movies, like right off the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like Superman snaps Zod's neck, the internet loses its shit. They try to correct a little bit with BVS, address it. You know what I'm saying? Address Superman's morality in the next movie. And then even more people don't like that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, he's a sad Superman. He's depressed. Superman's supposed to be happy. Blah blah blah. I'm like, geez, grow up. There's like a million different versions of Superman in the comics. I don't know why you're all set for the Reeves version. That's what you all want.
No. And isn't it like funny how they'll complain about Superman kissing Lois in Man of Steel in the Destruction, but they'll also complain about him being sad in BVS.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want, people? What do you want?
They want him to smile 24/7 throughout the whole movie.
As everyone's burning around him in the Capitol building, like he just has a big old smile in the Capitol building.
They want him to smile when he snaps Zod's neck, and then imagine if he was smiling while he did that. What would they say then?
Oh, I know, right?
They'd probably crucify the movie more and be like, "Why would you make Superman smile? He should be sad at that moment." Blah blah blah.
I don't know, but we're here now. We're here now. You know, the audience kind of like held us back for years to get this movie, which sucked because like I'm a big DC fan. I want to see the characters on screen. It really doesn't really matter the interpretation either. Sometimes like I just want to see the fucking characters on screen. Of course, I like Zack Snyder a lot just for his visual style. His movies just look so good. Like, it's orgasmic to look at them. And like compare it to like Wonder Woman 84 and those green screen shots in that movie. Like, how does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you go from a Zack Snyder green screen shot to that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like
I just heard with Wonder Woman 1984, they used Marvel's cameras or whatever the cameras that Marvel uses. And the same color tone or whatnot. Like the way they do Marvel movies, that's how they did it when they shot this movie. It
does look like a more like a color, like a more color light film. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oversaturated, I guess is the right word. Oversaturated. You know, post effects, we could change that. We could change that with our own computers.
But still, I mean,
did you like Wonder Woman 84?
What?
Did you like Wonder Woman 84?
Oh God, no. It was so disappointing. I didn't even. I watched it when I watched it twice. I don't know if it was once or twice, but I just remember the beginning, or not the flashback at the beginning at the mascara, but after that when she saves the little girl at the little mall, like that whole scene was so cheesy. Like it felt so like a 2-year-old, like the little cartoon shows that you put on for like if you like your 2-year-old to watch or whatnot. That's what it felt like. Like when she's smiling, she's whispering and she's like
winking and stuff. Like, oh my God.
And then the villain, like the robber dude, he holds the girl over the edge. It was like, I was like, why would you do that? Like you had an opportunity to escape. Why would you do that? Like I feel like the story, like when you write that, it's like, why would you write that? It just seems so stupid. Come up with a better option, better like outcome. At least give him a better reasoning for wanting to hold the kid over. Like, I mean, it just seems so dumb.
I'm not going back. Yeah, the bubbling idiot. That was kind of hysterical. But it's funny. That happened in the Mall of America once. Did you know that? Somebody held a kid over like a railing like that and dropped their ass.
Oh.
I was saying, so that's what I was thinking about when that happened. Like, wow, this got dark quick. Like I thought.
I was just like, I was thinking, like, dude, this is so dumb.
And then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill a little kid right now." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus!" You know what I'm saying?
I was like,
conflicting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, I like the movie a little. You know, it's lots of problems though. Lots of problems. Lots of problems.
I wanted to like it, but I was like, I'm gonna be honest. It was not what I wanted to see. It felt like I was sitting down for a 5-hour long movie with them trying to cram so much stuff in and get so many, I mean, little side stories in the movie going on at the same time.
Oh yeah. Cal says Diana raped that dude.
Yes, yes.
Dude. I can't buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it rape if Gal Gadot's doing it? Like, I can't.
I get that, but like in the movie perspective, it's like, dude, he's not even Steve Trevor. He's another dude. You just see him as Steve Trevor. Why would you do that?
I imagine. Well, I hope for you know, that dude's spirit isn't in that body, but like that would be hysterical if he's like, it's like Get Out and he's like trapped in the subconscious just watching it happen. He's like, why?
He's probably like, he's like, I like this, but it's not me.
No, I can't feel anything. No. She should have went out with that dude at the end of the movie, though.
Yeah, I bet they're probably going to. I mean, I bet that's what they're trying to tease, like them talking. They're like, okay, cool. They're probably gonna hook up later, and then he's gonna eventually die or whatever. Like, and then she's gonna move on to the present day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the dude was lucky. Very lucky. Very lucky.
Lucky.
A lucky rape victim. He was coming on to me. He was but anyway, I think that's gonna do it. I mean, we're hyped for the Snyder Cut. You know, I'm gonna see it day one. I don't know how you're gonna watch it. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I was talking like I'm gonna do a marathon of Man of Steel, BVS, and end it with the Snyder Cut, like when it drops. Like I'm gonna take that day off and just go like right when the Snyder Cut drops. That's when we're gonna watch it live on the channel. But like that's not how I want to watch it really, because I want to be in the dark. I want my fucking big ass speaker playing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's
how I want to watch it for the first time. But I'm conflicted because like it would be something to get my first reaction to this movie. It would be something. Like I'm gonna lose my shit several times. I know it. Like,
I wish you could watch it in theaters. That's like the ultimate thing where you watch it with all the big screen and everything, the sound.
Yeah, and they're talking about IMAX. Like they're doing an IMAX restoration of BVS, so they're gonna release that in IMAX. So it would be nice if they just released the IMAX version of Justice League right after BVS in theaters, select theaters, limited release, whatever. That's what they did with the Ultimate Edition, right? Of BVS. Like they had it in theaters for like a week or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Do that with Snyder's Cut. You know, do it with Snyder Cut right after BVS. You know.
Yeah, I should do that.
4 hours. You know, it's interesting. Have you gone to a theater lately? My movie theater doesn't play anything. Like, it's just like a couple new movies, and then the rest are like old movies. Indiana Jones, Jaws, like a bunch of old movies. Like, Snyder Cut could easily fit in one of those time slots, you know?
Yeah. The last movie I watched was Tenet in theaters. After that, I haven't even gone.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I haven't seen Tenet yet either.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Seen it yet? Is it? People say it's trash. Some people say it's amazing. Like
you have to watch that movie like multiple times to understand everything. Like once you start watching it multiple times, you'll be like, "See, this is a really good movie." Like it's one of his best movies. It's confusing, but once you watch it multiple times, you'll be like, "Oh shit, this is, dude." You just be like, Nolan's on a whole nother Einstein level of movie making right now. We're all behind right now trying to catch up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I remember watching Interstellar recently again. Watching that film again, like it's just catching everything. Like just like how it all ties together and how like things are inferring on the end of the movie, at the beginning of the movie. Yeah. Like it's fucking wild. So I'm happy about Tenet. I want to see Tenet now. Knowing that.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you watch it. It's just like you're like, oh shit, that's what that meant. And you're like, oh, okay, that's what this meant. That's how Tenet is when you watch it like the second time.
Good stuff. Miguel. No, it's Mega Ultra Chicken. That's his name. I had to split that up. My dyslexia kind of a 4K trilogy set. Man, so yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I'd definitely get that. Give me a nice little fucking case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nice little box set. I'll get it for sure. I can't wait for the physical copy. I know. Can't wait for it.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Because streaming's great, but like, what if my internet goes out? Yeah. Like in the middle of the movie, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Like
you open up a hotspot on your phone, use all your data, just watch the whole
thing. Dude, it's good shit. Good shit. Thanks for joining me, man. We'll be back on again sometime in the future to talk about the Snyder Cut movie. I know I'm gonna try to marathon these movies, so maybe you could pop in and say hi while we're doing that. Because that's gonna be a lot of fun. This will be a lot of fun. Because it's just gonna be like a build-up of like, oh shit, and then Snyder Cut.
Going up the fucking mountain and then it's like boom.
Boom. Rock my world. Okay. Thanks guys for joining. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. The Snyder Cut is here. Okay. Happy birthday, Totally Random. It's coming out on your birthday, and it's right near my birthday, so like greatest birthday present ever.
Yeah.
But yeah. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.